Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 9 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day. And with that, folks, okay, instead of one of our 4 agreements, we're going to have a little, this is an unknown author, but this is a pretty cool saying. A best friend is like a 4-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials up 181, NASDAQ up 34, S&P's up 18, gold contract down $11.70, traded at $1,367 an ounce. Silver off 23 cents at $21.17 an ounce. Platinum down 4 at $1,466 an ounce. Copper off a penny at $3 a pound. Light sweet crude off 86 cents, trading at $98.03 a barrel. Bonds. You had the 10-year down 11 ticks at 124.10, 30-year off 20 ticks at 132.27, and King Dollar down 127 ticks at 79.31. The euro up 10 at 139. The yen trading out up 37 at 101.73. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look. And what do you have? Yep, 16 bucks. You do it on 594 million. And guess what, folks? This is the B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. You come over to the SPY and take a look at the SPY. It's pretty wild. So SPY is up $1.67. You do it with 92 million shares versus downtown with 155 million and 153 million. We go to the Dow Industrials. We take a look at the Dow. What you have with the Dow is this. She goes up 181 bucks. We are at 16,246, and you know, I suspect that's the Dow got a little more juice in it. And yeah, she can probably get to 325. No, she's not going to get to 325. That's too much. It's another 100 bucks. The bottom 260. Yeah, she can get about another 15 points. That is also a B to C of an ABC structure on the way down. NASDAQ composite, the composite and the index were the weakest out here, no doubt. The composite was up $34. It had a high. It had got to a 43.01. It closed at 42.79. You did check this out with the composite. The composite's going to get whacked. The composite only had 1.79 billion versus the 2.4 billion. Okay, it's a big number. The composite had got to that 4,300, gave up almost half its gains. If we look at the 3 Qs, the NDX 100, what you're going to see at the NDX 100 is this. She was up, well, if I use the Qs on it, up 78 cents, 26 million shares traded, going into 48 million. It's a sweet little setup here. Gold contract. Now let's take a look at gold. What we had with gold is this. She came off the highs. What she did first is this, folks. The gold contract was going into the September time frame of that 1375. It hit 1392.60. Didn't have the juice. That's the first part it was going into, and failed. Okay, this contract's going to make its way somewhere back into the, I suspect, 1325 to 1285 area. Gold's done everything that it should have done, meaning on the way up. The equities were screaming that, hey, guess what? It's not going to get into a higher high. You got into the swing point. You failed the swing point. And what you also are doing is that you're coming into that downdraft from April. That downdraft from April was pretty intense. That downdraft went from $1,500 to $1,350 in one day. Just boom. Silver contract. We get over to silver now. What silver was showing and continues to show, that's basically weaker than gold. Silver never made it to its swing point. Silver today, no big deal, down 22 cents. But silver is going to make that run down to the 2061. We'll see how it ends up at that level. It looks like that it's going to go to the bottom of that range. Bonds. Bonds, folks, you know, these babies not only want to go higher, but they want to go a lot higher. So we look at the 10-year today. This is what you did. 10-year, it's at the top of its range. We are at 124.10. You know, you were pushing higher with 2 million contracts, and you backed down with 880,000 contracts. That is a monster that wants to move into much higher price. We look at the 30-year USM. What you have with the 30-year is this. Same setup in the 30-year. We back down. We're at 133.26. We back down today with 200,000 contracts versus going topside with 409,000 contracts. Bottom line, 30-year also wants to get to much higher price. Now, let's go to King Dollar, okay, because I want to show you inside King Dollar here. This is really wild, folks, and this is what it is. So King Dollar continues to go after its lows. It has been rejecting those lows for a couple weeks. It closed at its lows today, okay, and it closed outside the range. The range is 79.355. We closed at 79.311. The amazing part is that gold couldn't get going when, in fact, King Dollar is at the lower end of its range. The volume, granted, was weak, okay, light in a huge way. That is continuing to say that, guess what? Somehow, some way, King Dollar is going to turn around and go higher, you know. So we'll see where this shakes out. The way that she is set up right now is that I suspect she's going to try to make a run on a continuous contract about another, she can get down to, yeah, 78.60. 78.60 is game, because if we put this on a much longer basis out here, the bottom of this consolidation, well, see, you have two different things. The bottom of the consolidation, we go back to 2013. Yeah, if we go back to January 2013, we're at the bottom of that consolidation right now. You know, you have to go back quite a while to get a little bit lower. I'm only going $1 lower. But the way that's set up is that, hey, it's set up that, guess what? Dollar wants higher, and particularly because that gold contract, when that got hit in spades out there. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, what do you have? Okay. So we're up $16. You're at 1857. The S&Ps today, we got to, the cash S&P got to 1862. So the cash S&P really didn't back off that much. What I do expect you're going to see, though, is that she's going to back down again into this B point, which is the 1839, and she's going after this swing low out here, which was on the 5th of February. S&P is a little bit strong, a lot stronger than the Qs. The NDX 100 is really weak. The NDX 100 goes like this. If we take a look at the Qs, well, actually, I'll bring up the NQs, NQH4. What you're going to see in the NDX 100 is this. She had a high today of 36.79. She ended up closing up $31. She gave up 20 points. She was up 51 at the open. She came into the lows of how we came down, and she gave up all of that price. That is setting up that, number one, she wants to basically get back down into February 5th also. February 5th is the benchmark straight across all these markets. February 5th, the NDX 100 is 34.12. That's how that baby's set up. We go take a look at the euro, and what we have with the euro is this. Euro is still at the highs, 139.26. Once she did get over this 139.83, she has to get back inside. Yeah, 139.83. She has to get back inside there in order to get the lower price. I suspect that's exactly what's going to happen, because if that isn't what was going to happen, folks, you would see gold going to the moon, and gold certainly is not going to the moon at this point. We go to the oil contract. So what do we have with oil? Oil, folks, came down 89 cents today. We did that with 206,000 contracts, and she's going to bounce around a little here because she was going into today 417,000 contracts. She got to 97.37. She closed at 97.99. So what that means is she bounced into the swing low from last Wednesday, rejected the low. I suspect she's going to bounce around a little bit before she goes after this 91.62. 877-927-6648. If you had American Express up $1, Boeing was up 231. You had Oxy up 33. IBM was up 360. 3M was up 244. We're going to right back, folks.